Yo. So yeah, my last video was kind of a meme, to be honest. But yeah, this video is different. This is where the real gold is. But yeah. Basically, let me enable this one. So what we are going to do in this video, I will show you how you can actually farm as a Fury Warrior. So Fury Warriors have one big advantage other classes just simply don't have, especially physical ones. And that is basically our AoE capabilities. So yeah, we have lots of AoE damage. And this is pretty interesting because we can really use this in Scholomance, where this farm is located, so another Azeroth gold farm. The reason why we are here is basically because some consumables, especially one, is pretty lucrative as like a min-max parsing consumable, which is Dark Runes. So Dark Runes, I think everyone kind of knows how they work. You lose health, you gain mana, really useful for red paladins. This consumable will just go up in price more and more, and that's basically what we are here for. I will show you the most, I would say, optimal road you can take, and it's a pretty fast run, and you can make upwards to 200 plus gold, even way more. Also, it kind of depends on your gear and how fast you are. So yeah, let's go. First of all, let's go into Scholomance, or whatever you want to call it. Honestly, I still don't know what to describe it, how to actually pronounce it. But yeah, we need to go to Serdaro. I obviously also have the key. So yeah, don't slack, do the key quest, guys. Come on. But yeah, if you don't have it, I mean, you're probably kind of screwed. I think if you're a rogue, maybe you can also do this, I guess. But yeah, let's go in and then I will explain my gear and everything. So, now we are inside. Let's see how it looks like. So for my gear, I'm using a general Fury setup. These are just general Fury items I would also use while I'm like raiding or whatever. If you have items which are pretty comparable, you can also use items which are, let's say, more fit to warriors or more fit to farms. Things like, for example, plate items are really good for this farm. For example, I have some leather items which are not that great. But let's say you have, I don't know, for example, gladiator pieces. They are really nice in general for farming stuff. They will give you lots of stamina, which is really good. But yeah, this is my current setup. Pre-raid biz, some raid pieces. Really important items I need to mention here are obviously use 2 really slow offense. You will be cleaving a lot here, whirlwinding, sweeping strikes a lot, so obviously having 2 really slow, high damaging weapons is really good. That's really important. So that's the first thing. Another thing is, obviously, again, that I mentioned, have some, like, plate pieces if you can. If you don't, like, I have used fell leather boots in this case, or midnight leg guards. I have Mark of the Champion here, which is semi-useful here. However, most mobs we are going to attack, which we focus on, are actually not undead or demons. So I'm actually going to swap this to Hourglass, because crit is also pretty nice here. Yeah, basically you are on a timer. Kill the mobs fast enough before they kill you. That's basically the deal. Routing is pretty important here. In 2021, you could kind of do the whole dungeon. You could lockout skip. You were at the start. It was really fast, but no, I don't think it's really worth it. So what we are going to do here, we are going to do backwards. We are just only killing some trash mobs. We are not killing bosses. You can do, like, you can try to kill bosses. Obviously, they drop some blues, which you can vendor, but also really nice, what they can also drop is obviously Dark Runes, which I kind of drop guaranteed. One other thing, which I would highly, highly recommend that you bring, is this trinket here, Spectral Essence. Maybe you still have it from vanilla. Basically, there's like a quest chain. You can, I think, also solo it. But this little trinket will allow you to vendor right outside of Caradero. There's like a vendor here, but he's like a ghost, so you will only show up if you have this trinket equipped. You can also repair there. So let's actually start with the run, enough yapping. So I'm starting. We will go to the left here, so we will fall down here, but be careful that you don't pull these mobs. You can bandage yourself here, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot is, obviously you can also use some food buffs, so I will do that right now. This guy is pretty convenient right now. We can actually pull him and farm some rage off him. This run really consists of try to farm enough rage So you can basically blast one pack and then continue for the whole run, doing this for the whole run. So yeah, I'm just farming some rage here. So yeah, you really need to kill these kind of sorcerer, adepts, or humanoids, or whatever you want to call them. They will be able to drop dark runes. That's basically what we are aiming for here. So let me go here. I will pop Death Wish. I already popped Sweeping Strikes, and yeah, you can see how fast everything is dying. Be mindful, these mobs will flee if they are low. So don't be too slow, or don't be like too vigilant. And now I want to farm some rage off this mob. So yeah, when you only have one mob left, make sure that you are not overdoing it with your abilities. Like, don't overkill the mob, don't use execute at all here, it's not worth it unless you are dying and you need to kill certain mob. Yeah, this mob's kind of annoying, so I will wait a bit, because they can root you. Ah, whatever, let me just pull in. Okay, I pulled the other mobs too, whatever, doesn't matter. I have my trinkets up, I can cleave everything down here. Now we have a lot of mobs, so for example, now it's a good time to do like pop some cooldowns, everything. I got kind of low here, but yeah, I pulled way too many mobs, so definitely not a good thing. Don't forget to loot mobs, but yeah, now I need to actually drink, eat. But yeah, you can see I got rooted here, which is not good. If you're fighting mobs, again, like I said, they can run away, so yeah, you don't want that to be happening. Like, let's say you get rooted and then you have to run away, which is bad. These mobs patrol all around. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, again, now I also lost all of my rage. What you can also do is you have some rats on the way you can kill or try to kill. They will give you some rage. You can also use other trinkets, for example. Like, let's say this is on cooldown. I can use Kiss of the Spider maybe instead. You have multiple trinkets. Yeah, there are so many ways to speed this up. This again should only show you a template. Also, another thing which is kind of a tip I can give you is really let these mobs cast. If it goes out, that's not really a problem. You can interrupt them at the end. That's something you should generally do. One way that is something that is not really like talked about a lot, I think, in videos and such. If a mob is casting, they can't dodge anything, block or whatever, so you have a way higher chance to obviously do more damage. But yeah, now we can pull this one. I have enough rage and I can basically almost one-shot them. Yeah, you can see how much damage you can do on a Fury Warrior. It's pretty insane. The only thing that's pretty annoying is that you have to kind of drink between pulls, obviously, and stuff like that. Not really drink, but yeah, bandage. So yeah, make sure you should definitely also bind bandage, which I'm going to do right now. So yeah, now I have 60 rage. I can just go to this pack here, and that's basically how you do it. You want to clear every single pack here in this room. Besides, obviously, the big skeletons, they won't drop dark runes. But yeah, the Scholomance adept, the Necromancer, they have the ability to drop dark runes, which you pretty much care about. One thing I didn't show you, because it didn't happen yet, these ghosts, they have an ability where they will basically multiply. Yeah, this one. And what you can do is you can just pop... Oh no, I'm silent, so yeah, it doesn't work right now. But if I wouldn't be silenced, you need to be kind of fast, and also not to be silenced before, you can do a demo shot. And if you do that, all of the ghosts will basically die. So yeah, you don't have to use any grenades or whatever. That's not really necessary. But yeah, I took a lot of damage here, so I will bandage myself. But yeah, bandages are really important. Make sure you bring enough bandages in these kind of runs. I have Death Wish up. Also, obviously Berserker Rage is useful here, because you will get more damage in. This mob can kind of run, doesn't really matter anyway. But yeah, we get close, but it's not really an issue. We don't really die, so. See if I can get some dark runes here. Unlucky. But yeah, you can see these mobs actually drop a decent amount of silver. Each pack is like almost a gold or so. Which is not that bad, to be honest. So definitely you can just spam this over and over. You will just get enough gold also from just vendoring and such. But yeah, I got kind of unlucky. I didn't get a single dark rune yet. Let's see if I maybe get luckier here. So yeah, your whole gold basically is just dark runes. That's where most of your gold is coming from. Right now on my server there are 8 gold. However, one thing that is pretty certain is later on they will get more expensive. I think in phase 2 and such they will 100% be more expensive. How much gear you need for this run, it kind of depends. You don't really need lots of gear. You can pretty much do this also on pre-raid gear. I think it's even better because you will have more stamina and such. But yeah, obviously having stamina pieces is pretty useful. So if you do any PvP, let's kill this mob. But yeah, make sure that you that you don't double pull. You can kind of double pull, but I don't think it's really worth it. It's pretty risky. So yeah. And also make sure these mobs don't run away too far, or else you will have some problems. But yeah, we are almost kind of done with the run. We have like 1 room we need to clear, and then like 2 more packs, and then we are done. So this can go pretty fast. Obviously, if you want to, you can also try to kill the bosses here. This is not something I've tried in this version, but I don't think it's really worth. You need to walk a lot, and then you have to walk all the way through the dungeon. So unless you're really chasing maybe a certain drop or so you want, which you kind of like, I don't know. I wouldn't really recommend it. But yeah, that's what I mean. You know, if you pre-farm rage, you can basically one-shot everything really fast. So that's kind of how you do it. You have one more often slower pull, and then you have like one of more bigger pull because you have enough rage for the next one. You can use these single mobs which patrol for farming some rage. You can keep up your rage by like killing these threats and such. Again, this run, like these kind of farms will become easier and easier with more and more and better gear because you will do more damage. So yeah. Let me pull this guy here, maybe. I don't have throwing weapon on me. So this will take no while. In this kind of room, these mobs will actually summon skeletons, which is kind of annoying. So if you kill them faster, obviously you will have less mobs you need to worry about. Yeah, fine. Now I have enough rage. Let's pop CDs. I don't have sweeping strikes sadly, but whatever. Shouldn't be a big problem to be honest. I got a big guy. Doesn't really matter. Sweeping strikes. Berserker rage. Let me put it back. And lets me save some rage here, so I can bandage after. And that's basically how it goes, you know? So it's actually not really a difficult kind of run. And you don't even need that much, like you don't even need that much gear. If you are arms, I think you can even do this as an arms warrior 100%. Maybe it's even better to do it as arms, I'm not really sure. However, you will do like, obviously whirlwind is a thing. But yeah, maybe you will probably one-shot the mobs immediately. I'm not really sure. I have never tried this as arms and I don't have like good arms weapons to be honest. I could try this and I also don't want to respec, so yeah. But I think every single warrior spec can kind of do this. However, like obviously the DPS specs are going to be better for this. Also I missed a mob here, which I didn't loot. But yeah, I think I didn't get a single dark rune. This is insane. This is the most unluckiest run. Obviously people who watch my stream, I also streamed this run. Like not this run I'm doing right now, but also I streamed the run. I got a bit luckier. I think I got like 3 dark runes or so. And yeah, if you get lucky here, you can actually gain so much gold. This is kind of similar to the run we did in Classic Anniversary, where we basically just farmed Elemental Earth and Maraudon, and that one was also pretty much how lucky can you get. So yeah, let me actually... Yeah, I want to kill this guy. Just farm some rage off him. Let me pull him back. Interrupt him. So after this I'm going to bandage. And then I will kill these 2 packs and then I'm done, basically. Almost. There are like 2 more packs I'm going to kill and then I'm done. But yeah, this run is pretty slowish. But that's just how it goes. Yeah, you can see how fast you can, again, like if you save you rage a bit, it's pretty fast. Yeah, 1 whirlwind, everything nice. So you don't need to really care about these big guys. Now we are done with this room. No dark rune, which is crazy. And at the end I will also show you where you can actually repair and such. So yeah, we have 1 pack here. And 1 pack on the right. So let's kill both of them. Make sure that you interrupt cripple, because that one's a really nasty debuff. And then we have this pack. I will just eat now. Let's keep it safe. I don't want to die in another video and have to redo this whole video. But again, if you are doing it, you can do it like way, let's say, way riskier. You don't have to drink for every single pack. I didn't want to pull this guy. But yeah, let's farm some rage on him. One-shot this last group and then we are done. Come on, die. Also, I can probably use Mark of the Champion here. If you have Mark of the Champion, these mobs will also allow you to drop Scourge Stones, so if you care about that, you can also do this. These Acolytes are not going to pull for some reason, so let's pull them. But yeah. Again, interrupt the cripple. These mobs also heal, but if you kill them fast enough, they will cast it, and then they will basically ignore it. Okay, interrupt that. We got another mob. Yeah, doesn't really matter. This time I will get crippled. So yeah, this one is a pretty nasty debuff. You can see this. Time between attacks increased by 100%. So I'm attacking really slow. Luckily it's only 1 mob, so I should be able to kill this guy. And that's it. I want to bandage 1 more time because I have to run through some mobs. Again, not really optimized at all. You can do this easily below 10 minutes. Easily. But yeah, I have to also explain stuff and such, so obviously I can't really run through everything. But yeah, now we are kind of pulling these mobs here, but we are ignoring them. You don't need to kill them. And we are done. So yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Passively, gold was like 10 golds. If you do this like in 10 minutes, it's obviously way more. But yeah, now I want to show you how you can repair, and you can also sell stuff, vendor stuff. So you don't even need to worry about filling your inventory that much. So again, you need to have this trinket. I'm not 100% sure if you can use other trinkets, but there are really like similar items which exist, which can show you some undead mobs. But yeah, I have this one. If you equip it, if you go inside here, as you can see on the map right here, you have this vendor here. And you can see you can repair here, you can even buy some stuff, but mostly what we care is we want to sell stuff. If you have disenchanting, this is worth obviously also. I will probably keep this because you can sell these really easily. Mana potions are always worth something. But yeah, Crypt Fiend parts, yeah, kind of. Mostly you care about Dark Runes, but I didn't get any. So, that was pretty much the run. I hope this was kind of clear. Again, there's not really much into this run. There are also other gold farms you can do, but this is something which is you can do every single time. I would highly recommend doing this if you see Dark Rune prices rising, or you see they are really expensive. Definitely keep this kind of run in mind, because you can farm it really easily. And you can see we made like it was like 140 gold plus. But yeah, again, I didn't drop a single dark rune. So if you drop a single dark rune, this will jump up way higher. But yeah, I got really unlucky, sadly. But that's kind of it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. If you want to get like maybe additional videos like this, or if you like watching additional like similar videos to this one, feel free to like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Have a great day. Goodbye.